Welcome back to Mama G's workouts. I've lost count. I'm gonna blame it on mom brain, because kids, like all my mental energy is going to there. I'm gonna warm up. Um, then I'll do some stretches. My arm is feeling like I've been working out with my arm, so I think I was laying on the bed funky, and because I'm not used to stuff like that. I think I'm gonna try some like wall push-ups just to help um, build muscle. Wall push-ups are great. Um, they can be done on any place that you have a surface. One thing I like about wall push-ups, um, you can it teaches you proper form, and they're not as difficult when you. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's afternoon. Um, they're not as difficult as floor push-ups. Now, I don't because I did taekwondo. I do not do the girl push-ups on your knees. When I was a white belt, I did. However, at the rank I'm at, it was not acceptable. You had to do the push-ups with using your feet, and your knees couldn't be on the ground. Now, I was never really great about doing push-ups. Um, the most I could do in like a class was 50. And for me, that was a big deal. Like, hey, I can do 50 push-ups. Um, I think I'm back down to 10 because it's been a while since I've been in Taekwondo. Um, but I'm just get your whole body involved in this walk, in this warm-up, because it gets, yeah. And if you haven't eaten breakfast yet, do so. Yesterday I worked out on an empty stomach, and I just was hungry the entire day. Now, I did not eat the entire day, but I was always wanting. It was that desire of, well, you worked out, and now you're just hungry. So, okay, I feel pretty warm. So I'm actually going to use this. Maybe. Actually, no. I will wait to do wall push-ups another time when I've got the room set up different. And I'm not so tired. Gonna grab some of my water. Uh, let's just bring it back up here. Yeah, it is. Having a proper diet, I think, is just as important as working out. Um, Sorry, my side hurts, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. And I've got this weird cough that's just not going away. I'm gonna just push through it because, like, with or without the cough, I need to be working out, and I'll probably talk to my doctor about it, so don't worry about it on that end. I just some things are worth seeing a doctor, some things are not worth seeing a doctor over. So it's finding the balance. Like, if you go to the doctor for every scratch, then you're probably going too often. But go when it's appropriate. Like, if you have a cough that just won't go away, if it's been more than 2 weeks, that's appropriate to go see a doctor. Anyway, I'm tired, And that's because I get to bed late and I get my kids up for school. Yeah, you know how early you have to get up to get kids up for school, up and ready. Sorry, my legs do not want to bend today. My whole body just does not want to. Let's go for a little jog, an indoor jog. Yeah, so, and then I took a nap because after I take my levothyroxine, I have to wait a half hour to an hour before I can eat. And then after I take the alpha lipoic acid, I have to wait an hour, half hour to an hour before I eat. So I don't eat after every pill. What I do is I take a pill, wait half an hour, take the next pill, wait a half hour, and I rinse, repeat. With however many pills I have. At the moment, it's just the 2. But then after, then I can eat something. But it's important to have a balanced diet. And everybody, or I can't say everybody. Last time I went to the doctor, it actually really upset me. Probably more than it should have, but I am so sick and tired of everybody demonizing fruit. And saying, so right before we went to the doctor, my husband and I hadn't eaten anything, and it was probably noon at that point, maybe 1. We hadn't eaten anything, so we split a banana in half, and we ran out the door. I have blood pressure medication I have to take with food, so I was like, I'm going to quickly eat my half a banana and get to the doctor's appointment. So I'm at the doctor's appointment, and they said, well, what did you eat this morning? I said, a banana. Well, that's just a sugar keg. Bull crap, it is. It is a fruit, and I'm a little hot over this. I'm sorry, I'm going to run it out a little bit. Baloney. It is far better for you to be picking up a banana than for you to be picking up a candy bar. I would rather see everybody, as long as there's no allergy, because you can be allergic to bananas, I would rather see you carrying around a banana than a candy bar. I'm sorry. The advertisements about, well, you just need a Snickers. No, you don't. Grab an apple, a banana, a carrot, something that is fruit or vegetable, because those were designed by God for our bodies to eat and consume. Candy bars were designed by man, and they are designed to keep us unhealthy and to not help our body function. Fruit and vegetables, things that come from the planet. I am not a vegetarian. I am not a vegan. I love my steaks. And I grew up on a farm. So yes, I know exactly where they come from. And my mom, she had a cow that she absolutely loved, and she named it Baby. And then it came time that Baby's life would end. And my mom said, never again will I name a cow Baby. It's going to be Stink or Rub Roast, because then I am not so emotionally attached and I can eat it. And yes, I'm making light of this a little, but it's different when something comes from the earth and it is designed for our bodies versus something that is manufactured and has this thrown in it and that thrown in it. And I'm going to turn you off on chocolate for a little bit because it kind of grosses me out. There is a point something percent of bugs in chocolate because they can't process the vast quantities of it and not get bugs in it and not filter it all out. So there you go. Oh, I didn't check my watch, so I don't know how long we've been jogging. Anyway, the reason I am so passionate about the I would rather see you with a banana is because when and people looked at me and go, when you were never anorexic. And that's baloney. It is not only thin people that deal with eating disorders, and it is not only thin people that deal with starving themselves. I got into a position in my life where I was so frustrated because certain family was calling me fat, and certain, like, society is like, you have to be a single digit size. Anything that's double digit, you're fat. And on one hand, yes, if you are obese, you need to take charge of your life. You need to be changing something up. And maybe it's genetics, and you need to know how to lose weight with your genetics. Sometimes it's an imbalance of hormones. Like, there's multiple reasons why you could be gaining weight rather than losing. Anyway, I wandered off my train of thought. Anyway, so I spent a portion of college where I was obsessed with my weight. And there was a time, and I don't remember exactly how long it was, where I barely ate anything in a day. And I had like 18-hour days. I would go home, unwind with a book, fall asleep halfway through the page, and get up and I would be getting like 6 or 7 hours of sleep at night, and then getting up, going to college, going to work. Very, very full days. Sorry, I need another drink. So I was so focused on I was going to lose weight, I stopped eating. And what triggered in my brain was when I started congratulating myself for the only thing that I had in a day was water. I was like, oh God, I'm doing so good. I haven't had anything but water. And then I realized what I was doing. And I probably should have sought some psychiatric help. I just kind of realized, accepted, and started changing. Now, the best thing that I ever did was I calculated how many calories I needed in a day, and that's around 15 to 1700 calories you need in a day. That doesn't mean every meal. It means in a day. So I would do a smoothie at breakfast. A couple hours later, I'd have like an apple. A couple hours later, I'd have my lunch, which was probably some sort of wrap. A couple hours later, I would have another snack, some sort of fruit or vegetable. And then a couple hours later, I'd have dinner. And it was, I, at that time when I was meal planning and it was just me, it was probably another type of wrap. Because I was like, oh, this is a simple meal. I can make a bunch, and I would load it with chicken and vegetables and all the things I love and a little bit of ranch, and I love mustard, so I threw some mustard in there, and it was delicious. It's harder when you have a family and kids to go, this is my food, this is my meals, and I'm doing this to make myself healthier. But because I was not starving all the time, my body was like, I can get rid of weight. And I was shedding pounds. I was happily getting on the scale to see what I had lost from the day before. My workout didn't change. My daily life didn't change. But because I approached food not as the villain, but as something that could help me and could be a companion, and I was eating bananas. I was losing weight and eating bananas. So what? So what if, like, you break it down molecularly? So what if it's got a lot of natural sugars in it? So what? It is better for you than eating processed. And bread is amazing. But what is the process that it goes through to be on your plate? Especially because I don't have the time to make bread. I'm trying to get to the point where I do have the time to make bread. But all I am doing, aside from this, and I know I'm starting to run long, all I am doing aside from this is dishes and laundry and cooking. Because and I don't have the time to make bread. I just don't. Anyway, I don't know that you have the time to make bread either. Anyway, let's stretch it out. We've been running for a time. I'm going to come up because I have not been keeping track of the time. 17 minutes. So, we've been running for a while. I am very warm. Let's stretch it out a little bit because, make sure your knees are bent. You want your tailbone pointing to the ceiling. Don't worry about your front, you'll rebalance, but have your tailbone pointing to the ceiling. When you are ready, stay in this position as long as you want. When you are ready, bend your knees, bring your bum below you, roll up so you're not hurting your back. We're going to do some side stretches. Do not lock your knees. Make sure your hips are in the right position. Sorry for the rant I went on. Go very slow so you're not hurting anything. Sorry for the rant. It just frustrates me when medical professionals tell you that fruit is bad. No, fruit is not bad. Fruit is your friend. Processed foods are bad. Processed foods are what the issue is. It's not fruit. And hopefully I can talk to my doctor and be like, look, I know you probably didn't mean to upset me, but you have to know where I'm coming from. And food can't be the enemy. If food is the enemy for me, then all of a sudden I stop eating. So, and I hope that that is not the case for you. That you can separate, well, just because this food is not okay right now doesn't mean all food. But that's my struggle. Anyway, I love you. God bless. And I'll see you next time.